On June 10th, 2018, I watched my father take his very last breath on this earth after 5 days of being in a coma, us trying to see if he would regain brain activity or consciousness, and that never happened, so we had to say goodbye to him. And it was one of the most gut-wrenching and hard things that I have ever experienced in my life and ever will experience, and I think about it all the time. And I didn't really understand then what I understand now about how his death was a privilege. We've gone through COVID, and now we're witnessing families lose their loved ones in the most horrific and horrendous ways. And I think about the time that I got to sit around my father's bed and how painful it was and how difficult it was, but that he was able to die with dignity, and the privilege that my family experienced by allowing him to do that and being there with him, and that every family deserves that. Every human being deserves that. I keep watching these videos of Palestinians say, "I am human. We are human," and it tears my heart up because they know the reality of people not seeing them as such, and so they have to point out that very plain fact that they are human. So this next coming week, I'll be thinking about my dad a lot, like I always do, but I'll be thinking about how I wish every single person on this earth could have the same type of dignified ending as he did, and the ability for the family to grieve and be with him. Grief is a privilege. Watching your loved one die without the horrors that we're witnessing in so many parts of the world is a privilege. And I know that sounds weird because you're losing someone that you love and it feels like the world is ending, but imagine feeling like the world is ending and not being able to even have them to bury somewhere, or to feel like anybody can look at you and say, yeah, you're grieving, you deserve to take a rest or a breath. They don't have breath, they don't have a rest. And we need to keep pushing and saying and speaking out against the things that we're witnessing. And I want you to know that empathy is a skill. It is not something you just have or you don't. I know too many people who say like, well, I'm not wired like that. You get to be wired like that by choosing to actively try and continue to care. And it's not always an easy process, but it's something that's worth it. It is very worth it to increase your empathy. And I hope that as we witness and see all the things that we're seeing, that we will increase in our empathy, increase in our love, and then do the work to realize what privileges we have and what that means and how we interact with our society. And I don't know, I just wanted to share that. I'm sending you all my love today, and grateful, so grateful for every person that watches and engages, especially those videos of those Palestinian families that we're trying to help, or any of the videos where I'm talking about different things in the world. Love y'all.